The 10 rules of good spanking. Gentle spanking can be an arousing and even desirable sex game. Spanking is when one partner punishes the other by slapping his buttocks with an open hand or a light flat object. Spanking is considered one of the most common and safe techniques of BDSM, which is ideal for beginners. On the one hand, it hurts the lower partner, aka the submissive, the one who is spanked. On the other hand, the pain is not too severe and can even be pleasurable. Spanking will help both partners to understand whether they like such games and whether it is necessary to continue experimenting in this direction at all. Having decided to try the above technique, follow a few important rules. They will make this intimate event interesting, fascinating and desirable. 1. Make sure that this game is consensual. Awareness and voluntariness are the foundation of any BDSM practice. Both the dominant, upper, and the submissive must clearly understand exactly what the process is about and give unequivocal consent to it. 2. Come up with a stop word. Even though spanking is a relatively innocent subspecies of BDSM, it can be a lot of fun. That's why partners should negotiate a stop word in advance, an expression that, when uttered by the lower man, immediately stops the process. The ideal stop word is a short, clear and non-sex related noun or adjective. Variants no, stop, stop, enough are not suitable, because in a fit of passion they may not be perceived as restrictions. As a stop word, English speakers often use red, by analogy with the forbidding traffic light signal. You can stop at this option or choose another. For example, carrot or basta, or another short, sharp and attention-grabbing verbal sign. 3. Consider a comfortable pose. The most popular pose for spanking, the lower one lies with his belly on the lap of the upper one who is sitting on the bed. But other options are also possible. For example, the dominant gets on one knee, and the submissive bends over the other. Or he lays down with his body on the table, or rests his hands against the wall. Decide on the position beforehand, so that you do not feel embarrassed and act with confidence, even if you are trying spanking for the first time. 4. Take all unnecessary things off your hands. There should be nothing unnecessary on the working hand of the one who is spanking. Rings, watches, bracelets, take off beforehand, so as not to damage the skin of the lower person and not to hurt him more than it was intended. Yes, you should also cut your nails, and at the same time get rid of burrs, just in case. 5. Decide on a spot for spanking. It's best to slap on the lower or middle part of the buttocks. It is acceptable to move to the thighs, but the upper part of the buttocks and the more so the area where the kidneys are, for spanking is taboo. 6. Take time to warm up. Spanking implies quite strong smack punches, but if you start to beat in such way at once, the lower one will not like it at all. The painful sensations will be too sharp with unaccustomedness, so do not skip the warming up stage. First, stroke your partner's buttocks, a little massage them with the palm of your hand, then do a series of the lightest slaps, and only then, when the skin of the lower one turns pink, you can increase the impact. 7. Make the spanks slap hard. The palm strikes and immediately bounces off the surface of the skin like a whip. Avoid keeping your hand on the buttocks. It will be unpleasant for the lower. 8. Work in series. After doing May 7, 2010 spanks, take a short break to stroke and massage your buttocks. This will help both you and give the lower one to take a breath, feeling the new sensations more deeply. 9. Watch your partner's reaction. The purpose of spanking, like any other BDSM practice, is not to torture the bottom, but to get pleasure. Therefore, when applying strokes, watch what effect they produce on the submissive. If he clenches his buttocks and tries to dodge, stop, and focus on caressing and massaging. At the same time, ask the bottom how he feels. Continue spanking only after the submissive has unequivocally made it clear that everything is alright and that he doesn't mind continuing. 10. Talk. Comment on what you are doing. Voice how you feel when your palm touches your buttocks. Spanking is full-fledged intimate communication, and words are obviously not superfluous here. Even dirty, insulting, embarrassing expressions in this case can become a bright and exciting element of the sex game.